And the Spartans take the field. In right field, Jake Brooks. In center field, Jordan Evans.
And welcome everybody to Game 2 of this Saturday doubleheader between the Tampa Spartans and the Florida Tech Panthers. The Spartans won the first game this afternoon about a half hour ago. 6-2 was the final score. Coupled that with a 3-2 win last night in the first game of the series. And they own the first two games as we get ready for Game 3. John Luke Glatton will be on the mound for the Spartans. He has a 2.89 ERA, 9-1 record on the year. Blake Holshauser for Florida Tech brings a 1-2 record into the game. And Taylor, we've seen the Spartans and been pretty good pitching all weekend from both teams. The Spartans finally got some timely hitting later in the game that just completed.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple of big hits were able to give Tampa just enough of a buffer to hold on. Tobin Moran also did a great job just closing the door out of the bullpen to secure the lead and ultimately get the save. They were up by 5 by the time he entered. Mm-hmm. And even though the Panthers did chain one run in the ninth, it was a pretty easy outing for Moran, I think, all things considered.
So the Spartans now trying to take all three games of this series. They'll be on the road next weekend against the team closest to them in the standings, the Eckerd Tritons. And then they'll be home for a final regular season series when Barrie comes to town in 2 weeks. Glanton on the mound, sporting a 9-1 record. You look at the three starters the Spartans throw at you every weekend. 8-2 from Robert Satin, now 11-0 for B.J. Bailey, and 9-1 for John Luke Glanton. Starting lineups for Florida Tech, similar to what we've seen already, is Justice Meadows will lead off in right field. Adrian Dominguez will be batting second. He's the third baseman. Glanton is ready. Marcello Cortale, the left fielder, will be batting third. And the first pitch is popped up, playable. See where the wind blows this one, and it falls in for a base hit. Heading for second, there's the throw in safely. With a double to start the game on the very first pitch is Justin Meadows. That one just kind of landed in no man's land as they converged from right second base and first base, but just had seeing eyes on it and bounced where nobody could get it.
Yeah, it's just a tough ball to get to. Good job to get the throw in quickly, but not enough time for the out at second.
So Meadows puts himself in scoring position to start this game. Marshall Burke will be batting cleanup. Gabe Roquet, you wondered if he would get into the lineup. He is in the lineup. A lefty. The Spartans opting with B.J. There's another base hit on the second pitch of the game. And do they send him? No. Runners at the corners. 2 pitches, 2 base hits.
Yeah, back-to-back hits. That's going to do a great job setting the table for the Panthers to get us started. And that's exactly what they need to do. They want to capitalize, strike where the iron is hot from the end of the previous game.
They took the lead in the first game today in the second inning on a home run from Marshall Burke. Now they're threatening to take the lead in the first inning of this game. Popped up. Again, they go swinging away at it. That's out into center right field. Calling for it, making the catch is the center fielder, Jordan Evans, but deep enough to tag. And after 3 pitches, Florida Tech's on the board, 1-0. Well, John Luke Glanton's throwing strikes.
Yeah, it's good that you're throwing strikes, and it's good that you get the first out of the game after those 2 hits. But at the same time, definitely stings to then have to give up the first run.
All right, cleanup hitter Marshall Burke steps to the plate. And a strike called. Glanton in the stretch. And he's up 0-2 on Burke.
High slider just clipping the corner. Tough call there, tough take there for Burke. I really liked what Burke's been able to do this weekend. The most productive player for the Panthers.
He's the one who hit that home run to give him a lead in the first game today. Goes off speed, doesn't get the call inside. That one's fouled off. Stays 1-2. Burke back in the box. Dominguez on first. The pitch. A little bit low. 2-2. Spartans wearing their 8-1-3 jerseys.
Yeah, the Classic City Connects that debuted last year.
Fouled back. Defensively for the Spartans, Glanton on the mound. Nick Pereira behind the plate. Gunnar Carlson at first. Braden Woodburn at second. A.J. Graham at third. Jesse Ponce short. Walker Vanacek left. Jordan Evans center. Jake Books is in right. And called him out on strikes. Burke didn't like it. Doesn't matter.
They can't fight City Hall.
Nope.
Coming in the first baseman, number 14, Gabe Roquet.
Gabe Roquet into the lineup now.
Gets his first start of the weekend, even though he did have a pinch hit appearance yesterday.
Fouls it off. Roquet on the season, this is his 41st game, 38 starts, so he starts 90% of the games. Actually more than that. But hadn't started all weekend till now. 2 outs, man on first. 1 run in for Florida Tech. That ball a little bit low. Glanton with a 2.89 ERA, 9-1 on the year. Every appearance this year has been a start. This is his 13th. Roquet, center field, going back, way back. Evans makes the catch on the warning track. Straight away center field to end the inning. So some well-hit balls produce 1 run for Florida Tech. They get a run on a couple hits. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Florida Tech 1, Tampa coming to bat. Bottom of the first we go. Bottom of the first. Blake Holshauser on the mound for Florida Tech. Holshauser, a junior, has a 2.75 ERA, 1-2 on the year. He's made, does this sound right, Taylor? 53 appearances? They haven't played 53 games.
Nah, it's 16 appearances, though. He's been very active.
Yeah, it says 53 on here.
Team leader in saves, but the big thing is he's been moved to the rotation because he's been very good in multi-inning roles.
He's got 38 innings pitched, 36 hits, 17 runs, 12 earned, 11 walks, and 37 strikeouts on the year. Jordan Evans, who just made that catch out in deep center field, will lead off for Tampa. First pitch, ball 1.
After yesterday, the Panthers did a really good job opening today by hitting the zone. They only walked a Spartan once.
That one's down the middle for a strike. Defensively, Holshauser on the mound. Drew Gale behind the plate, so he's getting his first start. Gabriel Kay at first base, getting his first start of the weekend. Marshall Burke at second. Adrian Dominguez at third. Connor Wiggins at short. Outfield has Marcello Cortale in left. Jaden Hill getting a start in center. And Justice Meadows in right. Ground ball foul. Warm day in Tampa, 87. Not humid at all. We do need rain. We haven't had much rain at all. We're in a severe drought. If you're visiting Tampa for a vacation, you got to love it right now.
There is some rain around the state, but things remaining dry here at U Tampa.
Yeah. Ball inside. Gets a walk. Leadoff walk. We'll bring Jake Books to the plate. Books batting second in the order. Braden Woodburn will be third. Joander Irigoyen is the DH in this game. Batting cleanup. Gunnett Carlson fifth. Walker Vanacek sixth. Nick Pereira is seventh. Jesse Ponce eighth. And A.J. Graham is ninth. Books had a good first game. He and Pereira bunched up a whole bunch of hits.
That was big for the Spartans to end up on top.
Holshauser in the stretch. Goes back to first. Umpires, Ivan Mercado is behind the plate. He was there Friday night. And Robert Bauer is on the bases. He was behind the plate in the first game.
Usually the umpires like to flip spots after each game.
Yes.
Just kind of rotate, give someone else a chance.
I don't think I'd want to be behind the plate all weekend long.
Yeah, probably not.
All day long. One ball, two strikes. Spartans will have to come back in this game again, just like they did in the first game. Ball outside. They had to come back and win the first game yesterday. They are keeping an eye on Evans.
As they ought to. He's been pretty aggressive on the base path this year, but not as successful this weekend.
Thrown out in the first game today. Popped up. That may be playable. They're giving chase. I think it's caught. Nice job by Dominguez. Hanging with that one just in front of the Spartans dugout. Looking at the flag out in right field, it looks like a fairly strong wind.
It was gusty earlier today.
Mm-hmm. They were saying it was 9, gusting to 14. What do they say now? It's 12, gusting to 18. And 85 degrees at game time. One ball pitch. Coming up to Woodburn. Ball high. Throw over. We had Dr. E.J. Brophy, athletic director here, talking about Flagler College joining the Sunshine State Conference, not this season, but starting in July of 2027. As a blooper, and falls in for a hit, gets past the left fielder, Cortale, and that's going to bring a run in, heading for third, and he's going to be in standing up with a triple, and it's a 1-1 game. Boy, Cortale has had so many problems in left field today. He slipped trying to come in for that one. I don't know if he'd have caught it had he not slipped, but then it hopped over him once it did hit the ground. Probably go down as a triple, I would expect. I don't think he even had his glove on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that an error on Cortale, so it should be 3 bases. That's a big hit there for the Spartans. And also to keep Braden Woodburn hot at the plate.
Yeah. There's a base hit. That's going to bring in another run. That may not, it's not going to get through to the wall, but it does plate Woodburn, and the Spartans take a 2-1 lead. By the way, that was a leadoff walk that scored. Gunnett Carlson to the plate. Spartans with 1 out, now 2 in. Carlson, grounder heading toward first. They're going to try to go to second, get 1. The relay got him. They turned a double play, and a nice job by Holshauser to cover the base. The pitcher racing over to cover first, and they do turn 2. Spartans do plate 2, though, and we played 1 full inning. 2-1, Tampa on top. We go to the top of the second inning we go. John Luke Clanton back on the bunk for Tampa. And he will face McClanahan, Wiggins, and Gale. Some changes in the lineup from Jeff Tam. Moving a few players around, getting a couple new players in. Roque is different from the previous games this week. And Tyler McClanahan getting a start. Kiner Wiggins, who had been batting second, is now batting seventh. Drew Gale in the lineup, and Jaden Hill new in the lineup as well.
Leading off the second inning for the Panthers is the designated hitter, number 15, Tyler McClanahan.
Tyler McClanahan, a junior, 270 on the year. Fouls that one off toward the Spartan dugout. Ball low inside. Big swing and a miss. Florida Tech strikes with 1 in the top of the first. The Spartans answer with 2 in the bottom of the first.
That's a huge response for the Spartans because, it took them a little while in the previous game to get back in the lead.
Yep. And a strikeout going down swinging as McClanahan will bring up Connor Wiggins. Well, the one thing I know, when you play Tampa, a 1-0 lead will probably not hold up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guarantee. The Spartans, they know how to get on the scoreboard, and even though they've recently been a little less adept at scoring a lot of runs, they're a team that can go off and score a ton, and their pitching can back them up on the days their offense is quiet.
Strike call. Ball low. You look at the three starters the Spartans throw out. Their records right now are 29-3. That looked pretty good. Strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2. Ball low, outside. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Dropped it, but doesn't matter. He's not going to try to go. They're going to throw it anyway. 2 down now. Brings up Drew Gale.
Good to see Gale getting an appearance here. Kind of surprised that he's a right-handed hitter and not a left-handed hitter, because you'd think that you'd maybe bring out a left-hitting catcher finally to face the righty, but Gale will get his first chance not only as the battery mate, but at the plate.
Sees one right down the middle. Strike call. Gale is a junior from Fort Pierce, Florida. Went to Lindsey Wilson University. Got to admit, I have not heard of that school.
There are a lot of schools down in Florida.
Yeah.
I also haven't heard of it.
And he just looked at 3 pitches and goes down. Didn't even go down swinging. Caught looking. And we played inning and a half. Spartans on top 2-1. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second inning we go. Holshauser back on the mound. Spartans up 2-1. Coming to bat for the Spartans will be Vanacek, Pereira, Ponce, the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Spartans have only one more home series for the regular season. They're at Eckerd next week, and then Barry comes to town. And that is a Thursday-Friday series. Thursday at 6 on May 7th, and then doubleheader Friday, 1 and 4. So same times, but moving everything up a day. Ball outside. Holshauser. Big swing and a miss, off-speed pitch. Ball a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Vanacek at 246 on the season. And that misses. 3-1 now. Vanacek has started 32 of the 38 games he's played in. Three-one on the way. That's hit out into center field, giving chase, going back, still giving chase, near the wall. One hops to the wall, and heading for second is Vanacek, as Jaden Hill could not catch up to that one. So big hit for Vanacek there. Double number 8 on the season. Nick Pereira, 4-hit day to start the day, first game.
Pereira's starting to heat up, kind of getting sort of the rust off as he's still returning from injury, but now I'd say he's closer to midseason form.
Yeah. Inside, almost caught the jersey. That one almost hit the 3 of the 8-1-3. Two balls, no strikes. Doesn't pull the trigger on that one. Called strike. 2-1.
And that was right on the corner. Definitely a close take.
Ground ball. Dominguez fields it. Chases the runner back. Throws to first. A nice scoop out of the dirt by Roque. First out of the inning. Runner still at second. So Ponce strides to the plate. Ball high. And the pitch down the middle for a call strike. Swing and a miss by Ponce. Ground ball out to second. And Ponce thrown out, though advances the runner. So now 2 down, man on third.
Next batter is the third baseman, number 25, A.J. Graham.
It's good to see Alex Trepper back in the building. He's athletic communications now at Florida Tech, had been here for a couple years. He does athletic communications for the Panthers in volleyball, men's basketball, and baseball. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Ball outside. A.J. Graham. This is only his 36th at-bat of the year.
Had a couple of home runs early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Still has that big power.
Strike call. 2-1. Big athletic player. As you mentioned, the first game drafted by the Pirates out of high school. Ball low. Three-one pitch. Way outside, and Graham will get a pass to first. Second walk given up by Holzhauser. Top of the order now. Jordan Evans back to the plate. Evans walked and scored to start the game for Tampa. This time he watches a curveball stay inside, ball one.
It was a full count walk to start the game for Evans.
One-0 pitch to Evans. Fouled back. Holzhauser with a long look. Runners at first and third. The pitch to Evans. Fly ball head out toward right field. Coming in, though, is Meadows, and he makes the catch. Ending the inning, Spartans do not score. Put a couple guys on. We played two full. It is 2-1 Tampa on top of Florida Tech on TampaSpartans.com. Top of the third. John Luke Glanton back on the mound for Tampa. 26 pitches after 2 innings. Giving up a run. No walks, 4 strikeouts. He struck out the side last inning.
Center fielder number 35, Jaden Hill.
First batter he will face will be the 9th hitter in the lineup, Jaden Hill. Getting his first start of the weekend. This will be his 6th start of the season.
As a lefty, makes sense that he was resting against Bailey and Satin.
Ground ball, knocked down, but that's going to bounce away from Carlson, and that should be a base hit for Hill. Carlson did a good job to just get a mid on it and keep it in the infield.
Yeah, it saved the Panthers from getting a double that play. And, you know, hate to give up the runner, but it's not a bad outcome when you can prevent extra bases, because that down the line, very scary.
Sends us to the top of the order with Justice Meadows. He's now sporting a .410 batting average. Though this is only his 11th game of the season.
Still good numbers to have over 30 at bats.
Yes. Ball inside. 2-0. Ball inside, ball 3. Hill on first, short lead. There's a strike down the middle, 3-1. Ground ball, that's going to go up the middle for a base hit. That'll put runners at first and second with nobody out. Solid single there by Meadows. Freshman showing some promise. Top of the order. Brings Adrian Dominguez to the plate. Spartans playing in a little bit, anticipating a possible bunt. Let's see what happens. Swinging away. Ground ball foul down the right field line. Looks at that pitch. It's called strike, so Glanton quickly ahead 0-2.
That's important. 2 strikes for Glanton to get, especially with those 2 hits to start the frame. Try to curb the momentum right here.
And that one's hit into center field. That's going to chase Evans deep near the fence, off the wall. That's going to bring in at least 1 run to tie the game. They're going to hold the runner at third, but a stand-up double. And it's a tie game at 2-2. Dominguez with a ball that hit off the wall, straight away center field. So now 2 on, second and third. 1 run in, still nobody out. So 2 singles and now a double. And Florida Tech looking at the lead runner 90 feet away. Ground ball, that is foul. That time Meadows showing why you come off third base in foul territory, because that one almost hit him. If he's in fair territory, he's out. And umpire, what's he calling? Umpire takes his... He's pointing toward either the bullpen or the Florida Tech dugout, sending the trainer, calling for a trainer.
I can't tell even from this angle, but I think someone might be down.
Yeah.
Could maybe be something to do with the heat. That would be my guess.
A fan hurriedly ran out of the stands as it was happening.
By the way, Holshower could be in more of an opener role. The bullpen already active with someone actively warming for the Panthers.
We're going to resume. A few people looking over at the dugout, though. Clanton on the mound again. Cortali looks at a strike. 3. So 1 out. Now a 2-2 ball game. Florida Tech still with runners at second and third.
5th strikeout for Glanton. Even though he's given up a handful of hits, doing a good job in the strikeout category.
Brings up Marshall Burke, caught looking his first time up. But this one he hits. They're going to concede a run. They had no choice. They get him at first. Florida Tech takes a 3-2 lead and moves Dominguez over to third. There was a lot going on that play. It was a ball hit towards short, heading toward the umpire, heading toward the base runner. They both got out of the way, and it went to Ponce, who threw him out. Now Jeff Tam coming out, and he's pointing, talking to the umpire and pointing down toward the bullpen, I think. I don't know if maybe just giving the umpires an update on what's going on. Calling, I think, Joe Urso out of the dugout. And now both umpires are walking toward the dugout. So we're not sure what's going on. Everybody has stopped what they're doing. We'll be back once we figure out what's going on. Stay tuned.
Hey, I'm Taylor Storley. You're watching the SSC Digital Network. Currently undergoing an injury delay here at the University of Tampa baseball field. We'll update you when we return, still in the top of the third. The Panthers having just taken a 3-2 lead. Warm-up concluding, about to resume. Bottom of the third, or top of the third, still going underway here at the Birdcage. Jack Eichel will also be back up here shortly. with the injury cleared up. We'll provide a further update once we reach the bottom of the third, but for now, John Luke Linton will continue with a first pitch that's hit into left, but caught to end the inning by Vanacek. So Roque retired immediately after a 3-hit, 2-run frame, one left on the base path. The Panthers are back on top as we stay here on the SSC Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't.
Bottom of the third we go. Florida Tech now on top 3-2. We had a little delay in the game. There was a medical emergency. As it can be hot out there. I mean, it says it's 85, 87. It can be 100 out there on the turf field.
Yeah, definitely, hopefully the affected player all right from the situation.
Spartans will be coming to bat. Bottom of the third. And they will be sending up Jake Books, Braden Woodburn, and Joander Irigoyen. So a 3-2 ball game. This has all the earmarks of a back-and-forth baseball game. Even though there's quite a distance separating the two teams in the standings, this has been a competitive series all weekend long.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers have really showed good fight. They only lost 6-2 in the most dominant Spartan win of the weekend. They've made Tampa earn these wins here at home.
Books at the plate. First pitch a little bit low. Books popped up back in the first inning. Now 1-1 here in the third.
Yeah, Books having a solid series.
Righty pitcher, lefty Books waits. 1-1 on the way. That's a fly ball out to center field, going back, drifting back, Jaden Hill, still going back, near the wall, and it's gone. That one just kept carrying. And Jake Books has tied this game 3-3. Almost straightaway center. Hill just ran out of room. Home run number 6 on the year for Books. Brings up Braden Woodburn, the second baseman. He tripled his first time up. Ball low.
Montez only had 2 home runs allowed in the season up to this point. He's been pretty active out of the bullpen. 4.42 ERA with 18 in the third innings.
Christian Montez now pitching. That's a ball outside. Gale going out for a quick talk. Umpire strolling out. So that's plenty of time to talk it over.
It can definitely be tough giving up a home run after a delay like this out of the bullpen. But good chance as well trying to rally back and say just see to get another ball in play. See if the defense can get under it if you're Montez.
Yep. They're playing Woodburn very deep in left field. They almost looks like Cortalo almost looks like he's on the track, pretty close to it.
I like that they're respecting Woodburn's power. Does a good job of hitting deep into the gaps.
Ball outside. So far, Montez has thrown a lot of them low outside.
I think trying to continue from yesterday, wanted to go those breaking balls, bait some swings out of the Spartans, but Coach Urso telling his team to not go for them, and they've responded in kind.
Ball high, and he walked on 5 pitches. That'll bring Joander Irigoyen to the plate. He singled and drove in a run back in the first. Montez will look over the pitch, and that is low.
Definitely had some late break on the changeup. From our broadcast camera, you could see it a little bit better. From up here in the booth, it looked like it was down the middle, but it fell down to the dirt.
1-0 pitch. That one's a little bit low, pops out of the mid of Gale, but not far away.
Montez hasn't had control issues this season, only 3 walks in 18 innings. He's a good guy to go for a multi-inning stint like this, averaging more than 1 inning per appearance.
And they're going to need some long innings out of him, if possible. That one's down the line. It's going to be foul. He got around on that one. Just a long strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now a 3-3 baseball game. We go back and forth. Pop foul out of play. Montez sets. 2-2. That is hit. Does it stay fair? No. Bounds back into the field of play, but foul. And the pitch. There's a shot right at the shortstop Wiggins, and he caught it. That was hard hit, but Wiggins didn't even have to move. Gunnar Carlson now to the plate. Ball outside. Throw to first. Woodburn back.
Woodburn also pretty good at stealing, a little less so this year than Evans, but good idea to keep an eye on him too.
Ball outside. 2-0. And the pitch. Ball gets away. That's going to allow Woodburn to get to second. That was low in the dirt, and Gale couldn't prevent it from sliding under his mitt. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Woodburn now perched on second. That's low in the dirt, another walk. So a home run and back-to-back walks.
This opens up a double play opportunity again, so not the worst outcome here, but again, with how good Vanacek's also been hitting, he had that double earlier, not the best walk to give.
Inside, good stop by Gale. Actually, it was a walk, a line out, and a walk. And now a mound visit coming up from Coach Tam.
This could just be a mound visit. Remember, the pitching coach made the previous pitching change that happened in the middle of an inning. And from what it looks like, it's just more so going over a game plan and checking in on Montes.
Get him to settle down. Spartans on the road next weekend with Eckerd College. Eckerd's second in the standings behind Tampa, so as you mentioned earlier, chance for the Spartans to put some ground between them.
If Rollins and Eckerd are trading games, that actually helps out Tampa more because they get more losses to be able to take. If Rollins is able to sweep the series, that means Rollins kind of becomes the solo Spartan rival. So in a situation, if Eckerd and Rollins keep fighting, they both lose out.
Eckerd sitting at 15-7 in conference play. That's ball is low. Rollins closest to Tampa at 19-7. They've got a bunch more games under their belt. There's a call strike. As we mentioned, there's an odd number of teams in the conference, at least for another year. And so every weekend, there's 11 teams. 10 of them go head-to-head. One of them gets the weekend off or schedules non-conference. Tampa's already had that weekend off, and so they're going to continue playing. That one is hit deep. Deep. I think it's going to stay fair. Gone. Wow. Did that leave the park? I think that cleared not just the outfield fence, the netting around the park.
That one beat the birdcage.
It left the birdcage. A 3-run home run. And the Spartans jumping on top. (6-3) now Tampa on a Walker Vanacek home run, second homer of the inning for Tampa. So they tied the game and have now taken the lead. And here's Nick Pereira. He hits a ground ball. Dominguez waits for it. Scoops, fires, got him. 2 down. I tell you what, Vanacek's homer, that was hit high and deep.
Might have been the furthest homer of the season for the Spartans.
Yeah.
And it's a very useful one as well because Tampa just tied it, but now they jump up by 3, the largest lead of the day for any team. And it's been back and forth, so now the Panthers have more work to do if they want to get back in the game.
Pereira, or I should say Ponce, swinging and missing. They do have the fence in the outfield, about 8 feet high, yellow bar all the way around. But then there's a huge netting all around this ballpark that's probably 80 to 100 feet high, and that cleared the 80 to 100 foot high netting. It's 321 down the line. Ponce waits on the 0-2 in the dirt. One-two pitch on the way. 2-2.
Ponce went down 0-2, and good job quickly battling back.
Montez sets and fires. Down the line foul. Down toward the Florida Tech bullpen. Montez fires. That's down the line and about 5 feet foul. Ponce's getting his rips in.
Doing a good job extending the at-bat as well. Don't necessarily need to worry about the pitch count anymore for Montez. He's probably done after the inning. More of a bullpen day now for the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Given that the bullpen was active, you imagine that was the plan earlier.
Ball 3.
And you do have players like Jacob Pino, assuming he's all good to go. Hunter Stolov, those guys could be the guys you look at to continue the weekend. No games until next weekend, so no worry about using them too much and not having them available.
Fouled off, this time over the Spartan dugout. Three-two on the way. Ball 4. So that'll bring A.J. Graham to the plate. So Montez has given up 2 home runs, 3 walks, and gotten 2 outs, and they're going to pull him. Pitching coach on the way out. We'll see who's coming in. And we will, why don't we take a break, and we'll bring back, when we come back, we'll tell you who's pitching and set the situation for you. TampaSpartans.tv. Nicholas Jukovic coming in to pitch for Florida Tech. He is a sophomore from Northbrook, Illinois. Went to Glenbrook North High School just outside of Chicago.
Down the season, 7.11 ERA. Doesn't have a win or loss this season. If the Panthers can rally back, he'd get put likely in line for the win.
Okay.
16 strikeouts, 8 walks in 12 innings. Somewhat weaker command, but he does carry high stuff alongside it and has that 2-to-1 ratio you're kind of looking for walks to strikeouts.
Big kid, 6'4", 210. First batter he faces will be A.J. Graham. A.J. Graham, a 6'3" player. Man on first, 2 outs. Graham looks at one high. And the pitch. That one's low. 2-0. Spartans with 4 runs here in the third, 2 in the first, lead 6-3. That's strike call. Both times the Spartans have scored in the first and third. They had to erase a Florida Tech lead. Florida Tech scored 1 in the first. Spartans answered with 2. Florida Tech with 2 in the third to take a 3-2 lead. Spartans have now answered with 4. Graham pops it foul, I think out of play, yes. Two balls, 2 strikes now. The pitch. Way outside. Good stop by Gale. And it's a full count. That will get Ponce moving. Ponce goes. Pitch. Graham up the middle. Right to the second baseman. And Burke throws him out to end the inning. Spartans do pick up 4. Leave 1, but at the end of 3, Tampa 6, Florida Tech 3 on TampaSpartans.tv.
Campuses nationwide. The
Top of the 4th inning we go. Tampa on top 6-3. Here to take you through the 4th, 5th, and 6th is Taylor Stolworthy.
Thank you, Jack. We continue from the birdcage. 6 runs on 5 hits for the Spartans. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Panthers. So after Yukovic was able to end the previous inning, John Luke Glanton continuing for the Spartans. He got 4 runs of support in the previous frame as he looks to keep things a little quieter this time around. First pitch. Ball 1 inside. McClanahan started his weekend with a strikeout, making his first appearance of the series. On the corner, 1-1. Glanton, 5 strikeouts already, even though he's given up a couple of runs. The stuff has looked good, as that'll bring the count to 3-2. One, two, missing low and in, doesn't bait the swing. 2-2 now. No walks for Glanton compared to the strikeouts. And that one's going to go low again. Full count. On the ground at first, rolling foul. So we stay 3-2. Payoff pitch, just inside.
Glanton wanted that one.
He did. But you can't fight City Hall.
No, long look.
Leadoff walk to bring up Connor Wiggins. And you know, Jack, there's that thing about leadoff walks.
I've heard rumors about it. It actually proved itself in the for the Spartans already today. Runner goes.
A bit early on the jump. Throw. They got him.
Wow. I thought he had a good enough jump. All right, that destroys the leadoff walk theory. But I guess if you run yourself out of it, that's what happens.
I don't think he could have left at a better time, but
no.
Just a quick play from Pereira behind the plate. And there's a big whiff for strike two. Glanton following it up with a slider. So not only gets rid of that leadoff walk, but now gets up 0-2 to the shortstop. Right outside 1-2. Only one strikeout came on 3 pitches from Glanton. That was against Cortali. And this one will continue with the 1-2 count. Kind of interesting, if you look up high in the sky, fouled again, you see the moon up there, I think.
Yes, it is.
So, any reason why? It's 5:33 p.m.
Yes. Why are we seeing the moon already?
Yeah.
That happens.
Usually not this early, though. As that one's going to hit the inside corner for strike 3. A little bit low, but right on the black. 2 down.
Speaking of the moon, I had a semi-long discussion with a coworker the other day saying, you know, they didn't go to the moon last week. And I said, oh, okay. He said, no, it was staged.
Huh.
Can you actually prove to me they went just because they showed you photographs?
Yeah, and then had videos and have a lot of data about it?
They can manufacture it, he said. He doesn't believe man walked on the moon.
I saw a video about that where supposedly, as this one's going to be grounded for Glanton, fair ball, he'll make the tag to end the inning. But it was basically saying that if we did actually fake a trip to the moon, it would have cost more than actually going to the moon. The cost of getting out of that inning, free for John Luke Glanton.
Nice.
Goes 1, 2, 3 through the order to take us to the bottom of the 4th.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes
So we continue. Jukovic back on the mound. Was able to get out of the previous frame. While leading off for the Spartans, it'll be the top of the order with Jordan Evans. The top of the fourth is our first scoreless inning since the top of the second, with the Panthers scoring 2 in the top of the third, and then the Tampa coming hot out of the delay with 4 in the bottom of the third.
Spartans with a couple innings with crooked runs, crooked numbers on the board.
5 hits for Tampa, 5 hits for the Panthers, but 3 more runs for the Spartans. The big play, the 3-run shot as the count goes 0-1.
That wasn't just a 3-run shot. That was a monstrous home run.
One of the longest of the year for the Spartans. Low and in, 1-1. For Vanacek, that was long ball number 6. For Tampa, that is home run number 43 of the season.
2 for this game.
Yep, 2 for this game. Trying to think about the previous game. Was there one? That one, just missing, 2-1. A bit high. Now, I don't believe there was a previous one, so 42 on the year.
Okay, so just about 1 a game.
Not too bad for the Spartans. Fastball right down Main Street. Evans could tell when it landed that he should have swung.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's just a second strike.
Flew out to right in his last at-bat. Started the game with a leadoff walk. Jake Books on deck, about to face his third different pitcher. Fouled back. Still 2-2. Bullpen kept healthy for the Panthers in the first 2 games of the series. Notably earlier today, 6 innings. A very solid day for Clampett despite the defeat. And then Brady Guthrie, 3 frames to close the door. Hit deep and foul, staying in the confines of the park, 2-2. Tampa softball facing off against the Panthers this weekend. They won a pretty close game, 9-8. Gwen McGinnis getting her 20th win of the season in the circle. That is low and in, 3-2. Tried to frame it. Gale might have done a little much. Books again on deck. 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Line, and that's going to get through. A single to start the inning for Jordan Evans.
So softball with a 9-8 win in the first game and a 3-0 final in the second game.
So successful day for Spartan Athletics with softball, but also for men's lacrosse. They are the 2025 Sunshine State Conference champions, winning 17-8 against the Panthers. So a tough weekend for the Panthers here in Tampa or at home.
Yeah. Tampa was the number 2 seed.
Strike one. I would have been over at the Namoli Family Intramural Complex helping out men's lacrosse if it wasn't for the 1 a.m. baseball game keeping me up super late. But thankfully, Director E.J. Brophy, who was here yesterday, was able to
Talk
help
about
us
a
out.
versatile AD. Sits down with us yesterday talking stuff. While he's talking, play happens. He just takes over the play-by-play, calls it. Today he goes over to lacrosse. They were short an announcer, so he jumped in. Runner goes.
Runner goes. This will be a throw to second. And he's safe. First successful steal of the series. Also brings the count to 1-1. Good jump by Evans. I believe that's number 20 on the year for steals for Evans.
Yes.
Low and in, 2-1.
First to reach 20. The only competition he's getting is Braden Woodburn with 18. But as we mentioned in the first broadcast, Jordan Williams last year, 81 steals.
Almost a conference record. It is a Spartan record as the count goes 2-2.
81 steals in 50-some games, so 1 2/3 steals a game.
Whenever he got on base, he was usually running,
Yes.
usually successful. Outside, ball 3. What was funny is that Williams actually started his season as a pinch runner for Cole Russo. Two players that would be huge down the line. Russo, a pinch hitter,
Yeah.
double that set the winning run. Williams scored that winning run. Fouled away by Books down the line. And by the end of the season, it was Williams as the perennial leadoff man, and Cole Russo, who then in the national championship, the final game, hit the nail in the coffin, the grand slam to secure number 10. There was a Twitter account, an old ball player, kind of a boomer, complaining about things like the weather.
Is that when they complained about Cole?
Yes,
Yeah,
he was the guy who
Are
complained
you
about Cole
kidding?
Russo, saying like, oh, why are you strolling around the base paths as there's a drive to right field? That'll fall at the wall and likely score Jordan Evans. Tough to field in right. Evans strolls home, RBI double for Jake Books.
Yeah, he was complaining about how he just kind of took his time rounding.
Yeah, and
Hey,
celebrated.
Guy hit a grand slam home run.
Yeah.
College World Series.
Final game.
at bat.
Yeah,
Of his career.
Final game of your college career. To secure the win, because it was still a close game, only 3 runs.
Yeah.
And you're mad because he's getting excited? He
Yeah.
even said in the comments, I know MLB scouts aren't going to be happy. I love Cole Russo. I don't think he was thinking about Major League scouts at the moment.
Many people corrected him. I believe he said, oh, okay, I didn't know the whole story.
1-0 missing now outside to Woodburn.
And what a great kid Cole Russo is.
The Russo family, huge part of Spartan culture for baseball and softball.
Yeah.
His cousin Alexa, a legend with the softball program for multiple years. Russo, a baseball legend with his final season coming home. It was funny, we had Alexa Russo up here in the broadcast for a game, and they substituted Cole Russo before he came up to the plate. 1-1 on the way now to Braden Woodburn, a part of that championship-winning side.
That's a major league pop-up there.
It is. Tracking it down is Hill. 1 down. Seven 7-3 Spartans lead. That'll bring up Joander Irigoyen. RBI single back in the first. Plated Woodburn to complete the 2-run inning. Low and away, ball 1. What a run that last year's team had, though.
Wow, wasn't it?
You compare these two teams as this one's lined to center field. This one caught by Hill. Evans jumped a bit early, but Hill did not have time to try to make the throwback for a double play. 2 down. They were a team that battled back from adversity on a daily basis.
Yes.
Multiple times in regional play, in the national
yeah.
championship play.
Yeah, they were down here, what was it, about 5 runs early
Yeah.
in a regional game?
They were sent to the losers bracket. They battled all the way back to beat Mississippi College twice. Were down to, I believe, close to their final out in the final inning, but completed the comeback, eventually walking things off. 2 away, 0-1. And since then, Tampa's reloaded.
Yeah.
Most of the lineup, brand new players to the program.
Yeah, they don't restock, they reload.
Returning Spartans are Woodburn, Irigoyen, and Graham from the starting 9 today. 1-1 on the way. Sharply foul, 1-2. Missing outside. Gale stays on top of it, 2-2. This would be win number 138 for the Spartans against the Panthers in the all-time series.
It was 135-35 going into it, right?
Yes. And now it'll be 3-2.
That's dominance.
Other Spartan sports have similarly dominant records. One of the primary ones you'll see that in is volleyball.
Yeah.
The team that Cadnac built. And now it's the Imperial era with their best regular season in program history. Hit up the middle to short. But that is converted for out number 3 by Wiggins. Side retired. Tampa bring home a run thanks to Jake Book's plating Jordan Evans. One runner stranded on 2 hits. The Spartans extend to a 4-run lead.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
So Glanton ready to go again. He's had 4 innings of 3-run ball at the moment. He struck out 6, 1 walk surrendered. Overall, the Spartans offense backing up Glanton to give them a 7-3 lead.
Got some Sunshine State Conference scores from earlier today. St. Leo lost to Lander. They're the team not playing conference play, 11-7. Palm Beach Atlantic beat Barry 9-8. Nova Southeastern beat Embry-Riddle 19-2. And Rollins beat Eckerd 21-4.
Oof, so back-to-back routes. Friday saw a pretty comfortable win for the Tars against the Tritons as the count goes 1-1. And that means it could be Rollins coming down the stretch to be the big rival for the Spartans. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing low. Hill singled to start his weekend. You see 3 left-handed batters in for the Panthers. One, two, just missing. Justice Meadows, Adrian Dominguez due up afterwards. Cortali with a chance as well. That one's going to be hit to Woodburn. And an easy play for out number 1. That completes the second trip through the order for John Luke Glanton, right around 60 pitches thrown.
Right fielder, Justice Meadows.
Meadows has gotten hits off him twice. Came home in the third. Glenn looking to get 10 wins on the season. So that's fouled back, strike one. He would actually improve to a better record than Robert Satin at 10-1. Glenn's been lowering his ERA as the season continues. 1-1 now, missing down low. Bringing it sub 3 for this appearance. Losing Williams, Gonzalez, and Stipp. Satin, Bailey, and Glenn. This one driven into the gap. A lot of carry.
Deep.
And it's gone. See ya. Solo shot for Justice Meadows. That'll put the Panthers back on the board. 7-4 in the top of the fifth.
Meadows with a 3-hit game. Double, base hit, home run. One short of a cycle. But the triple always the hardest one.
Certainly is. Two doubles, two singles, and now a homer for the weekend. This first pitch of the next at bat lined up the middle. So back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches.
You know, interestingly, it's 7-4, Tampa up by 3. The top two hitters for Florida Tech in the order today in this game are 6 for 6.
It's where the lion's share of the offenses come from. And can the Panthers continue to rally?
They have 7 hits, 6 of them from the top two hitters.
Cortell had a sacrifice fly earlier. He'll take strike one. Also went down looking in the third. Was the 5th strikeout victim for Glenn. Swing and a miss inside at the slider.
Nice pitch there.
Might have actually been a changeup kind of breaking inside. Either way, good spot to go 0-2. On the way. Runner stays put. That one's fouled. And we go again. O2 again from Glenn. Just high. Tampa's already used Fiker and Moran, 2 high leverage arms out of the bullpen. Ooh. This one's slugged into left field. A lot of carry on that, but it'll fall at the warning track, caught by Vanacek.
Just a little too much hang time on that one.
2 away.
That would have been interesting had that one left the park, because that would have made it 7-6.
We saw Marshall Burke go yard earlier today. He'll step up to the plate for the Panthers. What a season it's been for Burke, although he's 0 for 2 with an RBI groundout so far. Swing and a miss. Ball got dropped, but the runner stays put. Good job by Pereira to keep with it. Pereira making his first start of the weekend at catcher. He and Irigoyen swapping the DH and catcher spots. On the corner, strike 2. Working low and outside with the 2-seamer. 2 strikes, 2 outs for Glenn. Could strand a third Panther runner and keep the score to a 3-run Spartan lead. Hit to third and foul. We go again. 0-2 to Burke. Missing outside. 1-2 now. Blanton still in the driver's seat. Hit sharply to second. Flipped from short. Inning over. So we've played 4.5. 2 more hits for the Panthers. Draw level with the Spartans for 7 in the game. Tampa on top, though, 7-4.
In the fifth inning, the Panthers pick up 1 run on 2 hits, including.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice.
Bottom of the 5th, and I believe we'll have a catching change. Now at the behind home plate, it'll be Graham Garner forming the battery. Jukovic staying on the mound. Correction, call to the bullpen. Jake Hill enters for the Panthers. Hill with a 3.37 ERA, 8 strikeouts and 9 walks in 10 innings. Doing a good job of run prevention, but does give up a handful of base runners from time to time. He'll take on Vanacek, Pereira, and Ponce. Ball 1. So, Jack, it wasn't just a catching change, a pitching change too.
Okay.
1-1 now as we continue the first at bat of the frame to Walker Vanacek. One and two, that one fouled away. Double and a home run so far for Vanacek. Triple and a single shy of the cycle. Just outside, 1 and 2, 2 and 2. Strike 3. Got him swinging and missing. First strikeout out of the bullpen for Jake Hill to bring up Nick Pereira. Pereira at the plate. That'll bring Hill's strikeout walk tally to 9 and 9. That'll be strike 1 on the outside for Pereira. And Jack Pereira is coming off of a pretty good game.
No doubt about that. 4 hits in the last game.
He and Ponce really driving the Spartans' offense as he'll fall behind 0-2. Slider caught the inside corner. Hill feeling comfortable out there. Almost got him looking, but just a bit outside. 1-2 now for Pereira. He's hit 2 balls to third base today. That one fouled back.
Bottom third of the order for Tampa in this game. Still looking for a hit.
They do have 2 walks.
Yes.
None of them have scored.
The top 4 have all gotten on base at least once.
And they've scored a total of 5 runs. 2-2. Clear skies over Tampa. Some cloudy skies over the rest of the city. Out to straightaway center. And it'll be 3-2 to Pereira.
Kind of like they parted and gave us just sunny skies, but you look over behind us, or I should say in front of us, behind the skyline of Tampa, you clouded up a little bit.
Payoff pitch. And that is ball 4. Close, but a bit high. And that'll put Pereira on base. Tampa's 6th walk of the game. They're doing better at getting on base via free pass compared to last time out.
So 6 walks, 6 hits.
7 hits. Main scoreboard's incorrect again.
All right, I trusted him.
I trust our live stats team. They got it right.
Okay. See, I don't know who to trust. I trust you.
Good choice. Strike 1 to Ponce.
Anybody who color codes his box score must know what he's doing.
That is true. Not just saying that because I color code my box score. Quick check on the runner. Safe
he
at
does
first.
Color code his box score.
Pereira hasn't had too many chances to steal. They are wary of him potentially running. That one hit to third. Could be 2. Thinks better of it. Will go to first.
Yeah, smart move.
That puts Pereira in scoring position. A disciplined out to bring up A.J. Graham. Graham had a 2-home run day earlier this season, way back against Montevallo. Strike 1. If there's any spot in the Spartan order that remains a little bit of a question mark, it's the hot corner.
Yeah.
Martinez, Fiker, Tur, Graham, all of them pretty solid options. Graham getting the nod this weekend. As the count goes 1-1. Martinez had the Friday start, came on as a defensive replacement earlier. It could be him again. Fiker might be getting exclusively used as a closer for the time being. Would make sense. Fiker picked up his first win with the Spartans back on Friday. John Luke Land will likely continue in the 6th, but who would the Spartans look to out of the bullpen next? Don't have a confirmation whether Sammy Beer would be making his comeback as we go 2-2. If he is going to be closer to healthy for the playoffs, you think he might get a chance or 2 to build up some fitness beforehand.
Just get that game action.
Yeah, especially after being absent for a little while. 2 balls, 2 strikes for A.J. Graham. As this one's flared to right field. Should be a can of corn for Meadows. Inning over. A walk strands a runner, a clean start to the frame. As we complete 5 innings of the Birdcage, Tampa still up 7-4.
Payoff pitch to Wilcox. Fouled. Maybe. No fair. Urso got it! Tampa wins the national championship for the 2nd consecutive year. And they now have 10 titles, the most of any team in Division II history.
Roque leads off the top of the 6th. Him, McClanahan, and Wiggins do up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The trio combined 0 for 5. McClanahan did walk his last time out. That one on the inside corner, 0-2. Saw a quick clip leading into the new inning of the 2025 National Championships. That one missing high and outside. That one missing again, 2-2. That one's hit right to Glanton. He'll make the grab and make the toss, one away.
Now batting is the designated hitter, Tyler McClanahan.
One out now to bring up McClanahan. And that will be strike 1, taken high and inside. 2 of the 3 true outcomes for McClanahan today. That'll miss 1-2. Low and inside, 2-2 now. Good patience from McClanahan, battling back from an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball ties him up for the second out of the inning. Make it 7 for John Luke Glanton in terms of strikeouts. That'll bring up Connor Wiggins.
Now batting shortstop, Connor Wiggins.
He went down twice today via strikeout, once looking. Wiggins with a drive to left center. Evans makes the running catch, inning over. Went all the way into the gap to get that one. A quick frame to complete 6 out of Glanton. His pitch count's low enough. He could come back for the 7th. But if it is the day done for Glanton, ending it on a high note in line for the win. That'll take us to the bottom of the 6th when we return. Bottom of the 6th, we continue with the top of the order. Jordan Evans, Jake Brooks, Braden Woodburn. That one hits sharply to short. First pitch of the frame, leading town, number 1. Good fielding by Wiggins. So unlucky for Evans to start the bottom of the 6th. One down to bring up Jake Brooks. Home run and a double today for Jake Brooks, 2 for 3. That'll be strike 1. Right on the corner against Brooks. One and one, missing inside. That'll be hit into left field over the hands of Dominguez. 8th hit for the Spartans, setting up Braden Woodburn.
And Tucker, we've also reached that time of day again where any throw back from the catcher to the pitcher could be an adventure. I've seen Hill a couple times now turn his head at the last second. They throw it back right now. It gets caught in the middle of the sun.
Inside, 1-0. It'll only go a little bit further inside the shadows as the game continues.
Mm-hmm.
These are the higher leverage innings entering the second half of the game. 1-0 missing. This one, swing and a miss, 1-1.
And the reason we bring that up is you throw it back to the pitcher. If he can't see it, bounces off his mitt. We've seen runners take second.
So keep an eye out on the base path.
As you can see, the shadow, home plate's sunny between home plate and the mound, shade.
Hit up the middle. That's going to be picked up at second. Flip to short. They do get the out. The throw offline. Woodburn would have been safe.
Nice coordination between second and short there to get that one. His second baseman, Burke, was well behind the bag at second, actually on the third base side, and he still flipped it to Wiggins going forward, so he had to kind of time it where he was going to be.
That was a little bit awkward at the play at second. I almost thought that Brooks beat the tag on the bag.
Yeah, it was
in terms
close.
of sliding. Another AB for Irigoyen. Singled to start the game, hasn't gone on board since. Two quick outs again for Hill. Doing a good job out of the pen here from the 5th inning to the 6th. Right on the edge of the plate. 2-0 now to Irigoyen. 3-0 now. High and outside. Carlson on deck after Irigoyen. They'll quickly check the runner. Safe. And that one on the corner, strike 1.
That had to be tempting for Irigoyen. 3-0, down the middle. He held off.
Tough decision not to swing there when so ahead in the count. Lets that one go on the corner, 3-2. Looked a bit low, good framing by Garner. This time the runner will be going. That one fouled away. Still 3-2. Woodburn jumping on everything with 2 down and a full count. No reason not to run. And here's Hill. Payoff pitch. Runner goes.
Inside.
And that is ball 4. They'll add another runner. Second walk out of the pen for Hill. Here comes Gunnett Carlson. Also got on board via walk earlier today. Fouled away. You can even see the left fielder shielding his eyes on that foul ball.
Yep.
0-1.
Sun is setting just about directly behind home plate.
Missing outside to make it 1-1. Within an inning or so, the shadow will be up to the mound.
Yeah.
That's when it'll be toughest for the pitcher to get to that ball on the throwbacks. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Inside there with the heater. Carlson bit late on it. Hill looking for another clean inning. 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Down low. Might be a splitter there as that fell into the dirt. Sharp late break. Carlson fouled back. Still 2-2, staying alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Speeds it up again for out number 3. That will take us to the top of the 7th. Tampa get 2 aboard on what is their 8th hit of the game, but they are left off the scoreboard as the inning comes to a close. We'll be right back from the birdcage. Warm-ups complete. John Luke Lanton back for the 7th, as is Jack Ike. with a 7-4 scoreline here in the Birdcage.
Okay, Glanton has looked solid here. 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Has given up 4 runs on 7 hits, but is staked to a 7-4 lead.
5 straight outs for Glanton. Hope to keep that streak alive.
First batter he faces is Robert Garner, just in as catcher last inning. Glanton fires. Solid base hit. Falls right in front of Evans. And that will bring up Jaden Hill.
Tampa definitely have someone ready in the bullpen in case Glanton struggles a bit here in the even-numbered inning. Or odd-numbered inning, actually.
Jaden Hill with a base hit and a ground out. Spartans see if they can turn 2. Bends that one in for a strike.
Grounder to second base last time, so that would likely force a double play if that replicated.
Ball outside. Playing Hill straight away, somewhat deep. Grounds it foul down the first baseline. Robert Garner back to first. Hill back in the box. Just missing outside, 2-2.
Pitch count over 90 for Glanton. Would love some weak contact to get a double play here.
The 2-2 coming up. Brought it in, got the strike 3 call. Nice pitch. Wrap that one around the outside corner.
That's number 8 on the game for Glanton.
Yeah.
Really picking up the strikeout prowess as the season continues.
Brings the top of the order, Justice Meadows. He's got a homer, a double, a single.
So he is just missing a triple. I don't know when he hit that double. No, it's the first inning.
First inning. Led off the game.
I had recorded that as a single. I'm surprised.
They got it here as a double. I know he got to second base.
He eventually came home to score.
Three and 0 though. Glanton needs to put this one in.
You don't want the tying run come to the plate.
Does put it in the strike zone, 3-1. Walked him though. So as you said, the tying run now comes to the plate. Adrian Dominguez.
I think even more notably, Cortali on deck as well. Two dangerous players for Glanton to deal with. Although, Cortali 0 for 3, Dominguez 3 for 3.
The top of the order keeps getting on base for Florida Tech.
I wonder if that's a move to kill some time for the bullpen. Doesn't look like it.
I would say so. I'm trying to see if I see any balls being tossed. They moved the bullpen a couple years ago when they went to a turf field, behind some netting or mesh, so you can't see who's warming up. The best you can do is see if a ball comes above the screen. Curveball strike. I haven't seen one. Doesn't mean somebody hasn't been throwing.
Might have been throwing a bit earlier or having wrapped up a warm-up.
Yep. Just missing on the inside corner.
First ball Dominguez has seen today. He's been very aggressive in his at-bats, ending on a 0-0 count, 0-2 count, and an 0-0 count.
Ball 2. Two one, ground ball heading out toward shortstop. Oh, now they may call the runner out for interference. The runner going from second to third forced Ponce to try to sidestep him, and he is called out. Base runner interference. So Garner wiped off the base path. Runners now at first and second with 2 outs, so a good break. I think because Ponce might have had a chance for a double play, though it wasn't all that sharply hit.
Yeah, even if it wasn't a double play, they definitely get the out at first or the lead runner.
Mm-hmm.
So, or the second runner, not the lead runner. But not a bad spot to have runners at the corners here for Cortale.
But he has them at only first and second and fouls that one off. Now, that was a hard one to avoid for Garner. He starts running. He doesn't realize Ponce's coming up. Gets in the way of Ponce trying to field it.
Kind of unfortunate for Garner because, like you said, he's got to run to third.
Yeah.
It's not like he's trying to intentionally block Ponce. It just happens.
Ball 0. I did see a play in the majors a few years ago, and I can't remember if the guy was on first or second, but it was a ball hit. I think he was running to third, first and second. So he fielded the ball. The base runner fielded it to take so they don't get the double play. Good play by Glanton. Gets out of the inning. Nothing across. Good recovery by Tampa with 2 men on. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Stand up and stretch time for the second time today. Tampa on top 7-4. We will be right back. Bottom of the 7th, Walker Vanacek coming up for Tampa. 7-4, Spartans on top. Trying to take all 3 games of this weekend series. Jake Hill on the mound. First pitch, Vanacek, base hit up the middle. So Vanacek with a double, a homer, and now a single. Get him one more at bat. Let him try for the cycle.
Depends on if the Spartans could do it. If they do go for a second at bat in the inning, if they can bat all the way around, they'd be on the verge of walking it off.
Right.
Double headers of these games do have run rules. Still a long way to go before we even consider that.
Vanacek's 3-run shot last time he was up. The difference in the game right now. And, they tried to bunt that one. It goes back to the screen. So Pereira trying to move the runner. Coach Urso knows 7-4 is not a guaranteed win. Get some insurance.
Tampa also going to be likely going to the bullpen next inning. 107 offerings
Okay.
so far from Glanton. So he's a bit tired.
Again, Pereira shows bunt. Inside, backs away.
Corner's playing a little bit in.
Just a touch, yeah. Pereira, does he show it again? No. Ball outside, runner goes. I think they got him. Slides right into the tag, and they've got him. Catchers have been really good this weekend throwing runners out.
Half-hearted swing there on the hit and run there from Pereira.
Not the most hittable pitch. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and an out. And he goes down swinging. Takes a called third strike. So we had a runner on first, nobody out, trying to bunt him across. We now have 2 outs and nobody on. And Jesse Ponce to the plate. Hill delivers. Ponce watches a strike.
No hits yet for Ponce. Did walk and get on base back in the 3rd.
Ball low inside. Fouls that one off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hill in the windup and fires. Inside ball, that was a 3-2 count actually, and he gets the walk.
Not sure if that grazed him.
Or it's possible, yeah.
I think
Did
it's
you have
rather
him
hit
at
by
2-2?
pitch because it was 2-2.
Okay. Not a lot of drama on the pitch. We just all of a sudden just walked to first.
Yeah, that's a little inside.
This is a pinch hitter for A.J. Graham.
Pitch hitting is number 15, Jacob McCara.
It is number 15, Jacob McCara. He is a freshman from Daniel Island, South Carolina. First I can recall of him playing this year.
He's had a couple of pinch hit appearances before, but limited outings. He's featured 7 times for the Spartans.
Okay.
He's had 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Listed at 6'2", 205. Solidly put together.
That's an unlucky strike 2 call for the young gun.
See if he goes in at third base after this. He's listed as an outfielder.
I think they'd probably have him for Carlson and then someone else for Graham.
Swing and a miss. Inning is over. That's it for the 7th for the Spartans. And we have played 7 full. Tampa 7, Florida Tech 4 on the Sunshine State Digital Network. Oscar Hernandez coming in to pitch for the Spartans. Glanton's day is done. He's staked to a 7-4 lead, hoping to be the pitcher of record. Hernandez comes in. He's 0-1 on the year. This is appearance number 14. Does have a save to his credit. 4.19 ERA. 19 and a third innings pitched. 17 hits, I should say. 10 runs, 9 earned, 10 walks, 16 strikeouts on the day. And the first pitch, sky high. Martinez, who just came in, makes the catch. A couple times, Martinez threw up his arms like, I don't see it. Got a little help from Ponce, but still made the catch. Martinez coming in after Graham was pinch hit for.
First baseman Gabe Roque.
Roque now to the plate. Spartans trying to get the series sweep. That one's blooped, foul territory. Giving chase is Martinez, and he makes the play. Defensive replacements made 2 defensive plays.
Definitely like the efficiency out of Hernandez, who could be in for a 2-inning save.
Sure.
Had the opening outing against Valdosta State in their midweek matchup. Solid 3 innings of work. He did give up a final run, getting chased early in the 4th.
We have a pinch hitter coming in for McClanahan. Is number 8. B.J. Graham. And he's 0-1. Pops up. Playable, and maybe Martinez makes all 3 plays. Near the dugout, foul. I don't know how unique that would have been, but player making all 3 plays on pop-ups.
Would be interesting. He was almost at a 1-2-3 inning as well for 3 pitches.
Yeah.
This will be his 5th.
B.J. Graham at the plate. Hernandez sets and fires. Fouled off, stays alive on the 0-2.
Now the shadows have gone away.
Yeah, I'm wondering if a cloud has propped itself in front of the sun, because it's not sunset yet. That's not till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's pretty bright out apart from right behind us.
Yeah. Graham stays alive, fouls that one off.
Just like Moran out of the bullpen yesterday or earlier today. Throwing strikes.
Yep.
Hernandez aggressive. That's what Tampa wants out of him.
And he fouls off, so Graham doing his best to get that pitch to hit.
Tampa's bullpen have had a lot of kind of lower control guys this year. Mix of a lot of younger JUCO guys coming in and getting their control down. Hernandez one of them, but looking good today at that.
And that finally, Graham sends it out into the playing field. Coming in fast, Evans dives, dropped it. He trapped it. I don't think he dropped it, but he trapped it. He came in fast, just couldn't get there. So that'll fall as a hit. So Graham with a good piece of hitting, fouled off a bunch, and then blooped one into center.
Tough one to get to. Didn't roll too far away, but Evans just a step behind it.
Yeah, didn't allow Graham to do anything but stay at first. Now the shadows are back a little bit. Connor Wiggins at the plate. Struck out twice, flied out to center last time.
Panthers and Spartans back level on hits. No steals attempted by Graham. Wonder if they might send him here.
Wiggins inside. That one catches the corner. 3-1 to Wiggins. Hernandez in the stretch fires. Popped up, playable. Heading out towards center field. Evans shielding his eyes. Woodburn finally makes the catch at second base to end the inning. So a pretty quick, efficient inning by Hernandez. We will head to the bottom of the 8th. Tampa still on top 7-4. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th right after this. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and a pitching change for Florida Tech. Ryan Spitzer coming into pitch. See if we can find some numbers on him.
I've got some. I had the intern help me out.
Okay.
11.85 ERA for Spitzer. 3 starts, 7 appearances, 13 strikeouts, and 13 2/3 innings. Also 11 walks and a 3.61 batting average against.
So Spartans hoping this is the last time they bat this weekend. As Florida Tech down to its final 3 outs.
Hill with a great outing out of the bullpen. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He's kept Tampa quiet. Tampa haven't scored since the 4th.
So Spitzer's first batter will be the top of the order, Jordan Evans. Evans has scored twice this game, once on a walk, got on with a base hit, stole second, and scored on a single. Strike one call to Evans. In the dirt, bounces away. Nobody on. No harm, no foul.
Graham pinch hit for the DH, so no defensive change needed for the Panthers.
Down the line, base hit. That could go for extras. Evans will easily take second. He may go to third. They're just now getting the ball. He rounds second, cruising into third. He's going to stand up. Stand-up triple for Jordan Evans.
Second 10-hit game of the weekend for the Spartans.
And now Jake Books. We'll see if he can drive him in.
He's already plated 2 people. One was himself on a home run.
That ball by Evans went deep into the corner and then just kind of died and actually ricocheted a little bit toward foul territory, which forced Meadows to do a little extra work to get it. Well, if Books can triple here, he'll have the cycle. Maybe he can lobby for a scoring change and say he was the batter.
He's combined for a cycle with Evans.
Yes.
Or Woodburn.
The top of the order got the cycle. Books waits. Swing and a miss. He will not get the cycle. So that'll bring Braden Woodburn to the plate. Fouled off, strike one.
Tripled in the first, scored on a walk in the third, did get on via fielder's choice in the 6th.
Ground ball. And now they're going to try a rundown. Not sure why Evans got off the base. He had a chance to get back, but he stayed and kind of tempted the third baseman to make a play. He's tagged out eventually. Woodburn does get to second base, but he reaches on a fielder's choice.
I think Evans was guessing that the third baseman would just initially look to first.
Yeah.
So a bit of a miscue there, but Evans really good in the rundown, though. I mean, he was out on the play, but he made them go back and forth and allowed Woodburn to take the extra 90 feet. The worst thing you can do is get in a rundown and then give them time to get the out at second.
Right.
And he almost made it to third back in time.
Irigoyen now at the plate. One strike pitch low outside. Look back at second and the pitch. Inside. 1-1. Nice stop. No, it's going to allow Woodburn to scamper over to third as it got away from Garner. That's probably a wild pitch. You concur?
Yeah, I would say that more so than a pass ball.
Yeah, it was pretty far outside. Three one. Inside, and Irigoyen will go to first. We'll bring up Gunnett Carlson. Well, Carlson today has reached base on a walk.
By the way, Tampa 19 base runner, or actually 17 base runners, 7 walks, 10 hits. And actually, I'm forgetting a hit by pitch.
Hit, yeah, an HBP in there. First pitch was a ball to Carlson. Sun back in full force, center field and left field shading their eyes. Carlson with a big swing and a miss.
So that cloud must have moved.
It did. That one bounces away. He's going to try to score, and he's going to get in. Stands up and scores. Woodburn crossing the plate makes it 8-4. That's just a pretty good insurance run right there.
It is. Gives you a little extra cushion.
It didn't bounce that far away, but Garner couldn't find it immediately, and Woodburn seized the opportunity. Also heading to second is Irigoyen. So a base hit could get him in.
Those aggressive heads-up plays can really pay dividends out there, especially when you look at postseason play and when things are even closer on the scoreboard.
Ball way high. 2-2. 3-2. And the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Dropped it. Tagged him. End of inning. So Spartans do add a run. Pad the lead. Go up 8-4. We'll go to the top of the ninth. Florida Tech down to its last chance. We'll be right back.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16:1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships, and the recreational opportunities are endless, both off campus and on campus. Students live in
Dennis McCaffrey will enter the game for Tampa here in the top of the ninth. He will move to left field. Walker Vanacek will replace Gunnett Carlson at first base. Vanacek had been in left field.
We also got Joseph Fan off the bench to replace Garner.
And Hernandez back on the mound throwing strikes. 8-4 Tampa on top of the ninth. That looked good too, strike two. Tap foul, stays alive.
They're keeping Hill on deck and then likely keeping Meadows after his solid day. Might be the only pinch hitter that gets a chance.
Just missing there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Just missing inside. Pereira set up outside. Ball was inside.
Just to the right of that corner, had some right moving break.
Yep. And the pitch. Ground ball, that's going to be up the middle for a base hit. Evans hustles the ball in. Keeps Fan on the bases at first. Brings Jaden Hill to the plate. So Hill with a base hit, and then a couple outs after that. Then he pops that one up. Might be playable. McCaffrey catches it in foul territory. He's been busy since coming in last inning. That's his third pop-up he's caught.
It's Martinez doing a good job again. He started his first 2 plays going into foul territory and getting to the ball.
Had a chance at a third one, but it just hit on the dugout. Top of the order, Justice Meadows. Ground ball. This could be the ball game. 6, 4, 3. Tampa wins. Tampa wins 8-4. The final scored in the nightcap of the doubleheader. And the Spartans take all 3 games this weekend from Florida Tech. The Spartans now 22-2 in conference play, 36-7 overall on the season. Florida Tech 8-19 on the year in conference play, and 17-26 on the year. John Luke Glatton will get the win, and he now is 10-0. Is that right? 10-0.
10-1.
10-1 on the season, and the Spartans now will wait and get ready for next weekend when they will travel over to St. Pete to play Eckerd. Final road series of the season for Tampa. They will return home 2 weeks from yesterday when Barry comes to town for the final 3 games of the season. Actually, it's 2 weeks from Thursday because that is a Thursday-Friday series to end the regular season. Spartans on top of the conference, holding at least a 4-game lead. We aren't sure of the final score in the nightcap of the Eckerd game. But we do know they'll have at least a 4-game lead on Eckerd, and we'll meet them this coming weekend. So, Taylor, we will be ready for a couple games in a couple weeks.
Yep, we got some more action coming up soon. Softball, lacrosse national championships will begin for our men and women's teams. The women's teams got the Sunshine State Conference title on the road against Florida Southern tomorrow. But both men's lacrosse, Tampa softball, and Tampa baseball unbeaten here on Saturday.
That's a perfect way to end the weekend. Again, the Spartans win it 8-4, take all 3 games this weekend. And we will see you in a couple weeks when the Spartans will host Barry right here on Tampa at Tampa Stadium. For Taylor Stolworthy, this is Jack